What's up, duelists? It's time to wheel. You feel me? It's time to wheel. Now, I asked you guys for suggestions on the wheel yesterday in the comment section. Everyone's suggestions were absolutely terrible. So I didn't add any of your suggestions because they were like reptiles or like aliens or like just random stuff that I had recently played in a video. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it going with this until I get fire suggestions in my comment section for this. Also, if you guys want to play in these 8-mans, join the Discord in the description below, the really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord. And, of course, RBET Moreno Valley is coming up. Make sure you're signed up. Make sure you're locked and loaded for that. And RBET Orlando is around the corner as well. RBET Moreno Valley, the mat design just leaked for top 8, and it's so fire. It's like a Spellground style mat. Go check it out. Oh, snap. I accidentally clicked on the dueling book. I leaked a little bit of the deck. Let's spin the wheel. Let's spin the wheel, baby. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Harpie Blackwings. Oh man, I can already tell all the waifu weebs are gonna go crazy for this one. Why does it cheer like that? That is so strange. That is so wild. Okay, we got Harpie Blackwings. Let me see. Is my deck even finished? It should be done. Yeah. Looks like we've got Harpie Blackwings. I stole this idea from ProStorm. Shout out ProStorm. We're gonna try it out. I don't know if this is gonna be good or bad or like what it's gonna be, but like we're going to try it out. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Let's just go ahead and hop into our match. I'm not going to explain the deck. I feel like it's a little bit... I don't want to say it's a little bit disrespectful, but it's like, it's kind of like, if I need to explain Blackwings to you, then you should maybe watch a few other decks on my... Or not a few other decks, but like a few other videos on my channel. I have like an ultimate guide to Blackwings on the channel. I have like a bunch of other stuff. Why are two people hosting for me? That is confusing. And neither of them have the right name. What does that mean? Which one are you? Which one? That is so weird. That is really annoying, actually. Why are two people hosting for me? Now, this is just starting to get confusing. I don't know which is which. Oh, he's been the failure. I'm in. Why is someone hosting for me, though? Who the fuck is this person? What the fuck? People are weird. Look, have fun. I don't... What? Alright. Rock didn't win. Paper will win. God damn it. Fuck this motherfucker. Alright. This is my opponent. He says, what spice you got today? The wheel tells me what spice I've got today. Oh man, this hand is actually kind of sauced. I mean, Blizzard is obviously bad here, but this hand's pretty good. Alright, my opponent needs to take his turn. Alright, cool. Also kind of new, so please be a little patient. As long as you play at a reasonable pace, that's cool. I will explain stuff if you need help. Yeah. I don't care if you're new, but if you're slow, I care. That's what I care about. I do not want to play against someone who is going to take as long as yesterday's 8-man took. That was painful. I'm sorry. If you watched that video, hey, thank you for watching my videos. But also, I apologize. Let's go ahead and try to hunting ground snipe that back row with our Harpie Queen. My queen. I must subscribe to her as a tier 3 subscriber. Alright, so we're going to normal Harpie Queen. Activate Harpie's hunting ground, targeting the back row. Looks like my opponent's playing Lightsworn. Hopefully that's like a Mirror Force. Skill successor? Okay, it should have chained it to target Jane. But that's not happening, so I suppose we're just attacking. It says, during your turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish it to buff something by 800. Yeah, definitely should have chained it to target the Jane, so we couldn't run it over. But we are 2100. I should alter the stats, so it says the right stats. By the way, you can alter the stats by, yeah, clicking on the stat line like that. And I'm gonna set bottomless, and I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna hold both Icarus. I don't think there's really a reason to set an Icarus attack here. If they summon like Lila, for example, I'm gonna bottomless the Lila. I actually am pretty happy with my position here. We have a really strong threat. We have a back row that stops a normal summon. My opponent does have a graveyard that is pretty decent, but oh, Mystical Space Typhoon on Hunting Ground. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Normally I expect like Mystical Space Typhoon on the other set card, because like if they have Lila or something, they have Card Trooper. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That does play around the bottomless nicely. Okay. That's like a pretty solid start for them. They get a mill 3. You can use... Okay, he's got the command. He's got Wolf, too. Wow. That's really good. That's really good. So you can summon the Wolf, and then we are going to bottomless the Wolf, I believe. Yes, we're going to bottomless the Wolf. I'm either going to force them to use the skill successor now, or... Declare the effect of bottomless on the light sworn monster. The beast. On the beast. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we're either going to force them to use the skill successor now, or they're going to crash and like draw a card, which is good for them. I can't lie. We kind of got messed up here. We got messed up. Our opponent messed up a little bit, but Card Trooper messed us up. He can use skill successor if he wants to during the battle phase, because it is a trap card. That card is cool. I actually think that card is cool. I think it's very slept on. I think it's a solid inclusion in their deck. They could use it. I think it's better for them to crash. I know that that's like kind of weird, but I think it's better for them to crash. Go 2 damage. Okay, my monster's gonna die. He can use the skill successor and damage on his turn, I believe. He gets to draw a card. Yep. So for someone who's kind of newer, he did miss chaining the skill successor to keep his Jane alive. That would have left him at a much better position. But he's still in a pretty good spot. He got a bunch of +1s on us. Cyber Harpie Lady. Okay, I'll summon it. I think 1800 isn't the best stat line, but his Jane's gone and his Card Trooper's gone. And Icarus should prevent Lumina into Gareth or Lumina into Jane. Obviously, Wolf is going to be an issue if they can summon that. But there's not much normal summon monster that can deal with Cyber Harpie Lady that doesn't play into Icarus. It would have to be just normal summon Gareth. Like, that's the only thing that could deal with Cyber Harpie Lady. So we've got our threat. We've got our Icarus. Maybe we can make something happen here. This card's based, by the way. I think there's a really expensive one. I think it's like a Retro Pack one or something. Set Raikou, set Hamster would be good for the opponent if that's what they're about. Set back row is good for us. I'm going to Icarus both. I'm just going to do it because like I'm not going to attack into that set, and I don't want the back row to be chainable. Nice. Okay, we hit book. Cool. Drew Torrential. I think we can play it a little bit slower. Just set the Torrential and pass. They are pretty light on Lightsworn names. They had Book of Moon in the main, as well as Skill Successor. They have only one name in the graveyard. So we're pretty chilling here. We're pretty chilling. I'm not sure what they're thinking, though. Not sure what they're thinking about here. If they have a couple of different plays, like they could have like Raikou, they could have like... Maybe they're thinking between like set Raikou, normal summon something. It's normal summon Necrogarna. That's fine. Set back row. Okay. Cool. That's also fine. Normally you don't want to set before attacking, but that's fine. Hopefully we draw Shura. That'd be great. Unfortunate. Well, we can attack over the Necrogarna with Blizzy, but I actually think that's kind of not worth doing. Because he could have, like... I'm not sure. I just want to leave the Necrogarna in play. Because if I draw Shura, I want to resolve the effect. So I'm going to set Solemn. I'm going to pass. Hopefully that's not Royal Decree. That'd be really bad for us. Cool thing about Royal Decree is it works with Skill Successor pretty nicely. Because the graveyard effect of Skill Successor isn't on the field. And so Royal Decree only negates, I think, trap effects on the field. I need to double check that in between games, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the text. So if you activate Skill Successor in the graveyard, I believe that gets under Royal Decree. I could be wrong about that. I could be thinking about something else. Okay, here's Sacrifice Necrogarna for Celestia. That one I am going to Torrential Tribute. Just because I don't want to take 2300. I'm cool with playing this slower kind of like grind game. It's possible I should have waited on the Torrential. But, dude, I drew both my Blizzies. Alright, fuck it. The Torrential's gone, so I'm going to commit one of the Blizzies. And I'm just going to start attacking. Let's see if this goes through. It does. Cool. Okay, perfect. We'll set Icarus and pass. So we have a couple of ways to stop things. But I'm not sure what our game plan is. Because we don't really have the sauce. We don't really have the gasoline. Right now, as of right now, the Harpies, they were okay. They obviously didn't combo well with the Blizzard. Which is a card that I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm happy is in my deck. But, I don't know. Here we are. If we had drawn like the Blackwing part of our deck, obviously Blizzard's much better. Monster Reincarnation. Discarding. Cost and target. What is the cost? We're going to Ditch Wolf, targeting. If they target Card Trooper, yeah, I'm going to Solemn this. I'm going to Solemn this just because it's a +1, and that's probably, they probably don't have a normal summon, and they're probably like, oh, I'm one Lightsworn away from JD, so I need to get back Card Trooper so I can mill a JD, and then, yeah, mill one, and then, yeah, set up my JD. That's what makes sense to me, at least. We don't have to do anything with our hand. I think we just continue to press for 1300. And then we'll pass. There's no real difference between us summoning the other Blizzy and attacking with both, because it's not a... I guess it is a 2-turn clock that way. But I don't want to have to be like forced to Icarus, blow up my only other threat into like a Resolve JD somehow. Like if he goes like summon a Lightsworn monster, attack over my Blizzard, I might be forced to Icarus. Plus he has Necrogarna, so it's not really a turn 2 clock or a 2-turn clock. Yeah, it doesn't really apply here. I just don't want to throw away my entire hand into something crazy. Maybe even like Mirror Force, like I don't want to play into. It's possible he has Mirror Force. He's looking at the grave, like he only has 4 names. Or 3 names, sorry. Doesn't have 4 names. Only has the Wolf, the Jane, and the Celestia. So we're not really active here yet. Sirocco is a good draw, I think. I think I want to summon the other Blizzard now. Because they're forced to Necrogarden this. Otherwise they can't activate JD. So I'm going to do this now. If they have Mirror Force, like, this sucks. It's just the way it goes. But I don't think they have Mirror Force. I think they might forget about their Necrogarden too. Because they are a newer player. So, like, there's a good chance they just forgot about their Necrogarden. Yeah. Maybe I should have done this last turn. Because I should have taken into consideration that my opponent is a bit newer. I must give a lot of credit to my opponent here. Second Jane. That's interesting. I was not expecting that. I definitely wasn't expecting second Jane. Battle phase. Attack. I'm just going to Icarus both his cards. So I think... Yeah, I think this is the best play, because Jane is already a name in his graveyard. He says, yeah, you got it. Okay. You can survive another turn with Necrogarna, but he doesn't realize that, so... Okay. I'm going to destroy both. He's like, actually, I have Gardna. Okay, cool. He figured it out. He figured it out. You know what? I'm happy he figured it out. I'm happy he figured it out. That makes me happy. All right. Newer player kind of picking it up, picking up the pace a little bit. We got a game. We got a game. All right. Do you have another play? Do you have a monster you can commit? Do you have a... You can't summon JD here. Pass the turn. All right, drew Hunting Ground. That's not really necessary to play right now. So what we're going to do is we're just going to attack with Blizzard. Here he's going to Necroguard now, obviously. And we're going to pass. Now if he attacks over the Blizzard, we can maybe summon Sirocco and have Hunting Ground for game. Hopefully. Hopefully. It depends on what he attacks over the Blizzard with, you know? Aaron. That's going to work out. Both Honest are gone. We're going to take 300 here. Lose our Blizzy, the far north. But on our turn, we can go Heavy Storm, normal Sirocco, activate Hunting Ground. Sirocco goes up to 2200. And that's 800 over the Aaron for game. So here we are. We'll go ahead and normal Sirocco, activate Harpie's Hunting Ground, pump this up to 2200, and then battle phase, attack the Aaron. Hell yeah. You know what? Harpie's Hunting Ground was pretty good that game. It was pretty good that game. Both Honest are gone, and now we're going to go to game 2. So yeah, I think biggest mistake from the opponent there was forgetting about his skill successor on that one turn, and that probably cost him the game. I'm going to be honest. He probably would have won that game, but you know, you live and you learn. That's life sometimes. Against Lightsworn, we don't have the best sideboard. We do have Skill Drain. We do have Rivalry. I think these two are like pretty good against Lightsworn. I do like Starlight Road too. I think Starlight Road's like pretty solid. I actually don't like Royal Oppression versus Lightsworn. I think it's like kind of mid. It only stops JD and Wolf, and that's like not really worth it. And then it shuts off our own stuff too, like our Dark Armed, our Dark Simorgh, our Starlight Roads. So like, I don't really like that so much. I do like Nobleman because Hamster is annoying, but I'm not sure how much I want to side in. If I want to side it in, I also want to side in like Mind Control Raikou as well. But I don't know if I like care enough to side this in with the Skill Drain. I only have one Skill Drain anyway, so it's like whatever. I'm going second, so I'm just going to board in all 8 of these cards, and we're going to figure out what we want to side out. I thought the Hunting Ground was decent, but most of his back row is going to be chainable, so I do want to side out on one of those. I do want to keep one in, just so we have the option to like discard Harpie Queen to get a wind in our graveyard. So we're siding out 2 cards right now. I don't think Icarus Attack is very good versus Lightsworn, because they normally don't commit more than 1 card to the field. It's pretty easy for them to play around it. I don't think Heavy Storm is that impressive either. So that's an easy 4 cards that can come out. I also don't want to be Heavy Storming when I have like this stuff. I also don't think Mystical Space Typhoon is going to be that necessary. If he has Royal Decree, we'll just make Bionic and bounce it, or we'll make Dark Armed and blow it up. But that's like pretty much the only thing that I'm like really needing Space Typhoon or Heavy Storm for. Trap Dust Shoot's always going to be good. Solemn Judgment's a little bit questionable. Mirror Force is a little bit questionable. But most of these other cards are like kind of sus. I think I'm going to keep Mirror Force in just because like we're siding in a lot of stuff that I'm not sure is going to be live 100%. I'm going to side out 1 Cyber Harpie Lady as well. So this is, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to side out 2 more cards. Call of the Haunted is, it's okay. I think it's all right. Maybe we just don't bring in a knock and we side out like, we could side out a Blizzard. I don't think it's important to have 2 Blizzards. He wasn't very good that game. Especially because we just don't have as many Blackwing monsters as normal. It's possible we want to still, but it's just a late game card in a matchup where, yeah, we're looking to close things out kind of early with something like this. This hand is really good. If we were going first, it would most likely be an auto win hand, which is awesome and based. It's cool too because Rivalry is chainable to Cold Wave, unlike a lot of other cards. So if they go like Cold Wave and they have a monster in play, they can't like JD afterward. Gold Sarcophagus. Okay, so that can search for Judgment Dragon. I'm assuming it's either that or if they already have Judgment Dragon, they search for Cold Wave. That's usually how this deck works. Yep. Okay, they're going to search for Judgment Dragon. Then they're going to set a back row. Hopefully not Royal Decree. Royal Decree here would probably end the game. Like, they would probably win immediately with Royal Decree. If we were going first, like I said, we'd have Solemn for the Royal Decree, but yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to have the sauce to be able to deal with it. If they set a monster, I might not attack it with Shura. He's taking his time. He's thinking through his options. On the opening turn, it makes the most sense to think through your turn. I think at least. Harpie Queen's a really good draw because it's just like an additional threat. So what I'm going to do is actually lead on Harpie Queen attack. Because if it's Hamster, we can run it over. And if it's Raikou, I'll just take the trade. Like, that's fine. It is Raikou. Okay. So they're going to destroy Harpie Queen. Nice. Targeted it first, and then mills 3 here. Okay, hit 3 names total. Wow, that's terrifying. So we will get owned if it is Royal Decree. That's just the nature of this situation. But if it's not Royal Decree, then I think we're okay. Hopefully it's not Royal Decree. Either that, or if it is Royal Decree, I hope he doesn't flip it in the M phase. Because if he doesn't flip it in the M phase, we can at least stop it with Solemn. So that's 1 Raikou down. Maybe part of the reason he was thinking so much is whether or not he wanted to summon a monster or set a Raikou. That is a little bit difficult to tell in Lightsworn. He left Aaron in sideboarding. He probably doesn't realize that my deck doesn't set a lot of monsters. Either that or he just needed a name that milled 3. You good? Question mark. Okay, now he needs to go. Now he needs to take his turn. All right. It's happening. The turn is happening. All right. What now? What now? What is the happening? Card Trooper? Okay, hold up. You know what? I think that's okay. That's going to give us an opportunity to resolve Shura. So, unless he mills Wolf here. But if he mills Wolf, I'll flip Rivalry. Okay. Mill your 3. You need to mill 3. You need to mill 3. There we go. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. There's the Card Trooper. Attacks for 19. Yeah, I think this circumstance is pretty good for us. I think. I could be wrong. Ooh, Bora. I think I might summon him too. Let's get pretty aggressive with it. So I'm at a normal Shura. If he has Bottomless, we're forced to Solemn. Let's say summon okay. He'll say, yep. Okay, cool. Special to Bora. And now we have Road to protect us from Mirror Force. And we just have it all. We just have it all. Sure, the Blue Flame's going to activate. Card Trooper's also going to activate. We're going to special summon out. I think from our deck, Value. Where is it? The Emblem of Honor. Then I'm going to go 800 direct and 1700 direct. So we're getting 2500, which is big damage. That means like basically he needs to figure out next turn pretty soon. Like he needs to figure it out. If he leads on Cold Wave before anything else, we have to Solemn it, which is bad for us. If he has Decree set, he could go flip Decree and Standby, then Cold Wave, and... Well, actually, no. He only has 3 names. I don't think we need to make a Synchro here. I think we just keep 3 bodies in play for, like, a worst-case scenario Icarus attack. He's going to add the JD, which makes sense. Yeah. He's just reminding me. I like the way this guy's communicating. I think he has what it takes to be a competitive player if he plays this format a little bit longer. Legit. Like, I think if he's just, like... Sometimes you can tell. Like, when you're playing against someone who's newer, you're just like, oh, they get it. Like, they get the game. They get what you're supposed to do. This guy is definitely one of those players where it's like, oh, okay. I could see this guy being legit in, like, a couple of months. Honestly. That's how it is sometimes. Sometimes you play against someone and you're just like, oh, this is your first time and probably last time playing the game. What do I do on the summon of this? Summon is okay. I'll just let this blow something up. I think this is fine. Like, what are you going to target here? They're going to target my Icarus attack. That's fine. That's actually fine. I don't want to chain it. I'll just leave the Lila in play because I can run it over with Shura and get a plus. And then I can also, like, just not worry about the situation, because if they summon another monster, like if they try to somehow get a fourth name engrave, I can rivalry, and they can't really play monster reincarnation. Yeah, like this, chain Jane. I'm gonna chain rivalry to this. Yeah. So hopefully this just wins us the game on the spot. Could be wrong though. Okay. I should have waited for him to target. That's a mistake on my part, actually. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Like, what are you gonna add back here? It doesn't matter. Yeah, honest. Yeah. You can't summon another spellcaster this turn. You can't summon JD this turn. And so this should be 15, 18, 33 plus 800 is game. I'm pretty sure. What is it, 15? Let me just double check. 26 plus 15. Yeah, 4100 is the exact game. So yeah. This is one of those situations where I feel like someone would have messed this up positionally and then sacrificed lethal and then played a much harder game than they needed to. But this is, I think, the most direct line for us to just immediately win. Is like leave the Lila here, lock his position till the end of the turn, and then on our turn we just run it over for lethal damage. He didn't add back the Gores either, so that means his back row's inactive. And even if it was active, we have Solemn. If it was, let's say the Gores was the add back there, and charge of the Light Brigade. Okay, that probably should have been the first play this turn. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, got a mill 3. Mills Wolf. Doesn't matter. We have rivalry. No. Yeah, Beast Warrior Spellcaster. You can't resolve the effect of Wolf because rivalry stops it from resolving. Basically. Yep. Now they got to resolve charge. Search their deck. If I was them, I probably would have charged first, but that's just a sequencing thing. That's like more like you put in your 10,000 hours and like you understand like what is happening. There's not a single card in this deck he could search for here that like actually does anything. So we know his hand is Honest, which does nothing. It's Lumina, which does nothing. It's JD, which does nothing. And then one other card. And that other card has to be specifically Space Typhoon, and he needs to snipe the Solemn, and then, yeah, he's just dead on board. Yep, didn't mill the Necrogardna. We can even summon the Harpie Queen to guarantee it. And I think I am going to. So we'll summon this. We'll go battle phase. There's a bunch of different ways I could do this, but we'll just Pierce. Not going to overcomplicate it. So that deals 1,500. And unless his last card is Battle Fader, and even if it is Battle Fader, we probably still win because we have Solemn plus the other card. So it could be Tragodia, in which case it's best to attack with Shura first because that guarantees us the win. Yeah, this should do it. GG's. Yeah. GG's. Cool. All right, so not bad for a newer player, but few things as expected. All right. Now we've got to play against the winner of... Hold on, let me pull up the bracket. Techno versus Happy. Oh, wait. Right. Cool. That worked. It says massive misplay on my part. I don't know what the massive misplay was. It was just a bunch of little ones, honestly. That's literally what it was. Why is someone hosting like that? That's so weird. Like, why is someone hosting with my name? I don't get that. That's strange. People are strange. People are strange. He's still there. That means he's been there for... How long was that game? Like 25 minutes. That guy's been there. That's so strange. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Well, weird. Interesting. Different. Life is weird. You guys ever feel that way? Life is weird. Life is weird. Alright, I tagged him and I said I'm hosting. Alright. Cool. Dang. Yes, innovation is dead. That's funny. Sick meme. Sick meme. It's definitely not. What are we doing? Rock, paper, or scissors? Good luck, have fun. He says innovation is dead. That means he's picking rock, right? Yeah. Because he thinks that there's only one option in rock, paper, scissors. And that's the frame zero option of rock. I knew it. I knew it. He thought that there was no way to innovate the metagame. I proved him wrong already, immediately. Alright, Allure of Darkness here is good. We're just going to play it. Draw 2. And I'm probably going to banish Dark Simorgh because we don't have a wind. I know. Sad. I would have liked to summon this guy, but as it stands, I think it's best to just play things like so. So we're going to go Whirlwind, normal summon Kalut, activate Whirlwind, and we're going to go search Blizzy. Blizzy Gang. I think that's the best thing to search here. And then I'm probably just going to set both my back row. Nah, actually no, just Bottomless. We'll just set Bottomless. If he has Heavy Storm, at least we'll keep our Space Typhoon, and then we can maybe resolve our Sirocco normal summon next turn. Yep, main phase 1 is good. Hopefully this all just, like, happens. So Whirlwind's already got its value. It's already replaced itself. So if there's a Heavy Storm here, we're going to pitch this and that to summon Fortress. I'm going to go ahead and just Bottomless that shit. We'll take our 2 for 1 any day of the week. Yeah. That's pretty good for me. Gear Frame. That's good. I think he should have led on that. It's so much... So, like, this is the misplay, right? If you summon Gear Frame, you search Fortress, you pitch Fortress and Fortress, summon Fortress, and then you can pitch the Elton in later as a Monster Reborn. As it stands now, he doesn't have a Monster Reborn in his hand. He doesn't have a Fortress in his graveyard. It's in his hand. So he ended up with a much worse position by not leading on Gear Frame. I think that that's, like, a pretty big mistake, in my opinion, at least. This part of the game is, like, pretty straightforward. It's just Blizzard Whirlwind, search value, make Catastor. And yeah, that's all she wrote. And we have Dark Armed in hand, so it should be pretty straightforward to win this one. I think, at least. Ooh, do we make Android instead? No. Fuck no. Obviously, it's make Catastor. Blow up the Gear Frame. Yeah, I just think he played this wrong. And I don't mean that in like a mean way or anything. I just think it's like, that's just the way it is kind of thing. I'm going to set Icarus. I don't think there's really any reason to hold it other than Heavy Storm specifically, but you know, if I get Heavy Stormed, I still have fucking Dark Arm next turn and I have Catastor in play. Yeah, that's fine. He can go Chimera Tech here if he has Cyber Dragon. That's a pretty big swing. Banish a light, special summon El Tannen. That works. I mean, that's going to do it. And he's going to sacrifice this for Caius. Wow. Target the Whirlwind. Yep. Smart play. Okay. It still doesn't matter, though. It, like, literally doesn't matter. We're going to say 2400. He's probably playing MASH, I think. Yeah, I think it's MASH. Alright. So let's go normal Sirocco, special Dark Armed. Keep it simple. Activate Dark Armed. Banish the Blizzy. And then the reason we banish Blizzy instead of Catastor is because we do actually play Call of the Haunted in this deck. Let me attack with both. We know he has Machina Fortress, which I don't really care about. Take 28. Main phase 2. I am going to set Space Typhoon because now I'm pretty sure he's playing MASH, given that we've seen El Tannen and Caius in the same deck. And so we can just pass. Next turn we have game. So that's that. Yeah, main phase 1 is good. We can also Icarus if we have to. Cold Wave. Okay, that makes sense. That's just confirming it's MASH. Banish Light. Banish Dark. Oh, just banish El Tannen. Third El Tannen. Wow. Okay. That's pretty good. But that means no Fortress unless their last card's a machine. Caius again. What is going on? That's crazy. I was not expecting that. That's pretty good from the opponent there. Our Sirocco did hit the grave. We know their last card in hand. We can set the value pretty safely here. There's nothing we really need to worry about. Alternatively, no, I think this is better actually. I think we go normal value, special Bora. Or pass. If he summons another monster, we can Icarus both. If not, we can just Icarus both our own monsters and beat him next turn. He needs to have top deck Gores or Battle Fader. I think he did mis-sequence this situation, but at the end of the day, he did. I think he probably would have won this game if he sequenced it correctly, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it. He's going to attack Bora. Yeah, I'll Icarus. Like, he had to draw something good here. Otherwise, he just dies. What are we thinking about? Main phase 2, summon Chaos Sorcerer. What are we thinking about? Oh, pitch special, this guy. Okay, so he did draw a machine. On fort. But that's okay. We can just do this. Summon Armed Wing. We drew Kaloot, which is good. That means we can actually out the guy. And he's forced to blow up the Cyber Harpie lady, I believe. Maybe not. How much damage is this? 3,700. Okay. So he takes 12. He doesn't have to blow up the Cyber Harpie lady, but he'll drop to 200 if he doesn't. Oh, that wasn't game. That wasn't game. He still had another turn. Yeah. And he had the Fortress, even if he didn't have the Fortress Destroy, but he had the Fortress Destroy, so he definitely was still in that game. He says, "Oh well, math is hard, I guess." If it's hard, then this game is gonna be hard for you. I'm just saying, like, if you prematurely concede, like, at least play it out. If you don't want to do the math, then wait until you have to do the damage. Like, what? Okay. This deck. Do we want to side in the Mind Control Nobleman stuff? I don't really care that much about it. Pulling the Rug could be okay. It stops Witch of the Black Rose, and it also stops Machina Gear Frame, so that's at least 6 cards in the deck. Skill Drain could also be interesting, but I think they have an easier time summoning big guys, so I'm thinking more Royal Oppression, Pulling the Rug, than Skill Drain plus Starlight Road. Although Skill Drain does have, like, it has application. Alright, it has application. Looks like he's on Cyber Valley. It does really make me want this Mind Control, at the very least. So I'm going to go with these 6. I'm going to side out probably Space Typhoon, Heavy Storm, of course, are bad. Harpie's Hunting Ground is bad in this matchup. Like, it's just outright bad. And I think Dark Morgue is actually, like, kind of trash in this matchup. Like, legit, I'm thinking we do some of this action. And we leave the Harpie Queens. Well, maybe we even leave one Hunting Ground. No, I think we just side them all out. And then we bring in something else as well. We bring in, like, DD Crow, maybe. Is there anything he had that was, like, DD Crow worthy? Nah. He was on Cold Wave, which means whatever. Starlight Road doesn't stop Eltanin because it sends, not destroys. It's just a matter of if we want our Raikou or our DD Crows or our Nox or our Rivalry. I think we'll go Rivalry. I think that's a good, like, middle ground of, like, card that is decent. It's obviously awkward with our Cyber Dragons, but Cyber Dragon is so good. Oh, thanks, you too. Yeah, and we didn't even draw the Cyber Dragon anyway, so it's like, whatever. Let's see what he wants to do. Set monster. Okay, maybe I should have considered the Nox. Let's just attack it. Like, it's probably a Peacekeeper. Could also be a Raikou. Oh, it's a Raikou. That's fine. He's going to mill 3. Milled Cyber Dragon, Fortress, and Decree. So he's on Decrees. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. I want Icarus down, and I want Mirror Force down, but I don't care too much about getting Rivalry or Call of the Haunted down right now. Actually, I do kind of want Rivalry down too. I'll hold Call of the Haunted. I think this is optimal. Yeah, if I get Heavy Stormed, like, that sucks, but it happens. Like, that's just the game. Sometimes you're not really in a position where you can risk Heavy Storm. Nobleman of Extermination. Okay. Let's go target Icarus attack. That's okay for me, I think. It's not that big of a deal. Because I still have Mirror Force. And I still have Rivalry. It would have obviously been amazing if he had hit the Rivalry here. Let's see if he gets all of them right. He's not going to get all of them right. I'm fortunate for him. I'll chain the Rivalry. This is a little bit awkward. I am locking myself under my own Rivalry. Because if I Blizzard back Collude, I can't even get over a Gear Frame. But I have Mirror Force, so I don't really care. That's fine. Here's Fortress. Attacks. I'll just Mirror Force this. I don't think there's really any reason to overthink that. I'll take my 1-for-1 trade. I'm not really sure what else I'll do. Like, am I even going to go for this Blizzy? Maybe. Who knows? Set monster. Interesting. Now I'm for sure going for the Blizzy. Because I want to have monsters in play. And I have Royal Oppression. So I want to activate Call of the Haunted before I resolve my Royal Oppression. There's Plague. Okay. I know he doesn't have Heavy Storm, so I'm just going to set 2 and pass. He's locked under Rivalry, but he can attempt to summon Fortress. He's just going to set. Okay, cool. Draw a Lure. Not perfect, but maybe one day it'll be live. Let's go ahead and just attacks. Attack with Kalu. Raiko's going to target probably Rivalry. Cool. That's good for me, actually. I'm like glad that that got milled. Or not milled, popped. We'll attack for 13. And then main phase 2, I'm going to make Ally. He has Cyber Dragon. But we have Oppression. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be Ally. It's going to be Ally for sure. And then we'll pass. This way we can Oppression, Chain Call, target Kalut if we want to. Or we can let the Catastor die and then call it back and then have Oppression for afterwards. Which is something I am considering. Viewing extra deck. So he's got that Plague down there. He has potential Cold Wave Heavy Storm. He hasn't played it up until this point, so the chances of him having those things. Okay, this is going to be El Tannen. This is kind of perfect, but I think I'm going to go Oppression. And then leave the call. Because he has to out the Oppression to win. So I think we're okay. He says, ouch. Yeah, I mean, that's what the deck does, is it just has Floodgates. You probably shouldn't have targeted the Rivalry. He probably should have targeted one of the other back row. Because the only way he's actually winning is if he drew, like, Gear Frame at that point. Dust Shoot is good. I'm going to attack into potential Gores. If he has Gores, I lose. I'll just accept that. Alright, draw. Let's see, does he have anything to play? A back row. That could be Royal Decree. So we need to be careful of that. I'll attack for 22. We'll go ahead and play nothing, just pass. I think we're okay to win this, most likely, depending on what we draw. Even if he has Decree. The Decree is obviously very good. It's going to work. And it's for sure a Decree down there, right? Like, it has to be. I thought he was playing Mash because he had the Caiuses, but it looks like he's just playing whatever the hell this is. I'm not really sure. Set back row pass. Okay. Draw for turn. Harpie Queen, nice. I'll hold that because that's our game shot, so we'll just attack. See what he wants to do. He's gonna take 22, and then I'll call target Kalut. And see if this works. Do you have Space Typhoon? What does he got? Chain Royal Decree. Okay. Main phase 2, pass turn. Again, like, he has to out Catastor. And only way I really see him doing that is like pitch for Fortress, sack for Caius, banish the Catastor. Or he draws his second Cyber Dragon, which can out the Catastor. But if he had it, he would have gone for it last turn. Cold Wave 2? Sure. That's fine. That means he can't use spells and traps now, too. So that means his back row is completely dead. He's going to use Plague. Okay. But now what? Like, you use Plague, you stack a card, you sack for Caius. Your whole hand's gone. Your back row shut off. I have Mind Control Harpie Queen for game. So that's why we hold the Harpie Queen there. And we don't activate it or summon it or anything. He's just going to summon the Plague and pass. He's locked under Cold Wave, so... I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Is there a way to win through Battle Fader? I don't think so. There might be. Hold on. Let me check my extra. So I can make a 7 or a 5. Neither of which win through Battle Fader. I don't think. I can make a 6. Can a 6 win through Battle Fader? No. I don't have any... Wait. How does this guy work? Blackwing Tuner. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he's draw locked, so we'll just normal the Harpie Queen now. We found another lethal shot. So we'll go Harpie Queen direct. GG's. I mean, he was draw locked, so like if he didn't have an out this turn, he doesn't have an out next turn either. Good shit. Royal Oppression. Very based. And we're on to the finals with Harpie Blackwings. I actually think the Harpie part of this deck is good. I know it's weird, but like I actually think it's legit. I think it's legit. Okay. Who are we waiting on? Which bracket am I playing against? Looks like I'm playing against J Gamby. Okay. Alright, cool. Cool. Appreciate that. It says playing too fast game 1 with that early forfeit. I agree. That game 1 was still a game. If he had played out game 1, and if he had not made that misplay game 1, that would have been nice. Okay. Hold up. I think J Gamby's who I'm playing. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Sick. Let's go. I'm going to host in classic mode. Because I don't want to play against... I don't want to play in the non-classic mode. Oh, he's hosting in classic now. Okay. No, I see how it is. We playing chicken. All right, let's go. Good luck, have fun. All right. He's picking rock. Wow, he picked paper. He tried to mix me up. He's going to pick scissors now. Impressive. An impressive start. I think he's going to go back to rock. Or either that or he goes scissors. So that way rock is optimal. Yeah, okay. Yeah. All right. Now he's thinking rock again. So I'm going to pick paper. Yeah, I knew it. I was so in his head. Oh my god, I am the rock, paper, scissors goat today. I'm the rock, paper, scissors goat. Give me a Harpie Queen one time. That's not very good. Well, let's just stick our Shura. This is going to be one of those games where I'm not going to think very much. I'm going to send it. I'm going to just send it. We're just going to send it. Lads, we're going to send it. Lads, it's time to send it. Hopefully this Sure the Blue Flame resolves. I mean the effect. Not the, obviously the summon's already resolved. But, yes. How do I force through this effect? I don't know what he's playing. Strizzy Stratos? Oh no. How do I ever beat this? I don't want to solemn it. I'm going to be honest. I could solemn it, but I'm going to save the solemn. Hashtag save the solemn. I think it's like one of these things where like I'm going to get a +1 out of my Kalut if he attacks. He should attack. He should attack. He won't attack. He should attack. He should attack. Oh my god. Bro, do I fucking solemn that dust shoot? Do I solemn the dust shoot? Nah, that's a bad play. That's a bad play. That's a bad play. If I solemn the dust shoot though, and his other back row is not chainable, imagine. Oh, I'd have the turn of a lifetime. It'd be so good. Alas, now I'm just gonna have a decent turn as opposed to having an amazing turn. But alas, okay, all right. It's chill. It's a vibe. It's a chill vibe, if you will. I'm a chill ass viber. Okay, pick one. Okay, pick one. Maybe he's reading Harpie Lady. Maybe he's Googling Harpie Lady because he doesn't know what it means. Kalut is the take. Oh no, dude, my brother. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go search for the hunting ground. He doesn't know what hunting ground does. He doesn't know what hunting ground does. My brother. Solemn judgment. Do I solemn back? Hold up. Yes, I do. Oh, dude, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're cooked now. So now we've got 2,000, 1,400, Stronger Shura. Okay, hunting ground. All right. Dude, he really opened Stratos Solemn Dust Shoot. Fucking insane. All right, so we got Blackwing Vayu, which is 1,000, 26, 200. It's not quite game skis, but actually it's 25, I think. I am going to summon the Vayu. You can't summon a Harpie Lady because hunting ground is mandatory, so it'll blow up my hunting ground, so that's like pun of the year. We're going to go ahead and pump up our Vayu, pump up the jam. Shout out Marauda, dude. Oh, fuck, let's go, dude. Take 200, activate Shura. I'm so happy I'm resolving this. That was such a good draw. That Harpie's hunting ground, or Harpie Queen, was like literally the best possible draw. We are going to get Gale. I know that there's some argument to getting Kalut because it's more damage. We're going to pump up our guy. Oh, I just love entering bigger stats. Let's go, baby. Hit for 1,000. Okay. 1,000 is good. 1,500 is 1,500 good. Oh, 1,500 is good too. Oh, shit. And then, of course, we are going to synchro into Armor Master. So if he outs my board, I can make Silver Winds because that's how that works. This guy's actually Giga Chad strong now. Stronger than ever. And then we pass. Now what do? You have a Malicious in your hand. You just drew the second Malicious. How do you proceed? How do you proceed? I could have solemned the Stratos and this would have been a much quicker game, but here we are. All right, that actually does work. That might actually kill me this turn? Question mark. Does it kill me this turn? No, I think I win unless. So he stacks for Plague. That's a good draw. That is a good draw. Armageddon does work here. Does a lot of work. Plague, activate, stacks a card. Okay, that's good. Yeah, he knows my hand, so there's no point in me doing any of this shit. He can make Bryonic and bounce the Armor Master, and that's a pretty good play. So you can bounce the Armor Master, pitching Malicious. If he has Emergency Teleport, he can win. I don't know what he's playing yet. I'm pretty sure it's Welly Dad, but it could also be Diva Hero. But I'm pretty sure it's Welly Dad, based off of Armageddon Knight. Because normally Diva Hero plays Greffer and not Armageddon Knight. So this makes Bryonic. He has to pitch at least one card. But he has Malicious to pitch, so that's good. And then he has two more cards. But if either of those two cards are back row, that means he had to draw them this turn. So he had to rip a back row to be like, Goyo Guardian is not a winning player here. At least I don't think it is. I think you have to go Bryonic. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Because Goyo Guardian doesn't beat Armor Master. Yeah, we'll take 1800 here. Do you want it? Yes, okay. So he does want the value. Interesting. Alright, so let's see that back row that he drew this turn. But this doesn't win it for him, I don't think. Because even if it's like torrential, it doesn't win it for him. It has to be solemn again, basically. Because we can go Blizzard, target Gale, and then Gale just have Goyo attack over for game. So that's what we're going to do. Yep. Should have taken the queen, dude. Should have taken the queen. I was for sure certain he was going to take the queen. He did not predict the 200 stat boosties here. Pump it up. Pump it up. He wasn't ready for this. Priority. Target the Goyo Guardian. Yeah, he for sure has Wind Blast. But that ain't gonna do shit here. So Goyo Guardian's now 1400. We're gonna go battle phase. Attack. Well, I'm gonna attack. It could be Mirror Force. I didn't think this through. It could be Mirror Force. You know, if he has Mirror Force, he top deck Mirror Force and he's a Lucker noob. But I'm like, yeah, I'm certain it's Phoenix Wing Wind Blast because of just the way he's played this game. Yep. Yep. There goes our Armor Master. And then Blizzy will attack the Goyo Guardian. That's pretty good for us. Run it over. Thanks to the stat boost from Harpie's Hunting Ground. That's right. Set Bottomless Trap Hole and pass the turn. We don't get a Synchro, but we leave 2 tuners in play. He can run over the Gale with the Vayu. If he has another summon, he can attack over the Blizzy, maybe. But the summon has to be stronger than Bottomless. So he basically has to have, like, Krebin's Mally, or he has to have, like, some way to make a Stardust Dragon to win this game. Which is possible. Like, that's totally a possible draw. He was draw locked last turn. Zombie Master. I think. There's no targets for it. So it looks like he's playing zombies. Does he have, how many darks he has? He has 2 darks. I'm going to bottomless this. Alright, sick. We won the game. That was nice. That was a Harpie's Hunting Ground victory. That card carried its weight for sure. Like, absolutely carried its weight. I think against zombies, he should not have revealed... Well, I guess he didn't know my back row. I was thinking he somehow knew it was bottomless from the dust shoot, but we drew it after the dust shoot. I was going to say he maybe shouldn't have revealed what he was about, because I still didn't know what he was playing. Although, I'm going to side pretty similarly to whatever. These 3 cards come in for sure. I'm not sure about Rivalry. I'm not sure about Road. And I'm not sure about some of these other cards. Like, his Phoenix Wing, that was good. That was a good Phoenix Wing. I actually don't love Trap Dust Shoot against zombies going second. I think it's usually kind of dead. They set a lot of back row, especially like Dust Tornadoes and shit. Which also makes me kind of like Raikou and Nobleman. Because like, the back row is like one whatever, you know, like I'll play into the back row with like Haunting Ground and stuff. This matchup's interesting. I think I do want Nobleman going second. I just don't know how I'm supposed to side. If I side out Dust Shoot, I'm also siding out Brain Control. So we're going to side out the Nobleman. We're going to side in the Nobleman's there. I'm going to try and side out Call of the Haunted. I think it's a little slow. I might side out Dark Simorgh. It is very good versus zombies, but they can pretty easily make Goyo, and then that just like puts us in a terrible spot. I think Mirror Force is pretty bad against zombies too. Because, like, normally when they attack you with Bryonic. Or they clear your back row first, then they attack you. So, like, I only want stuff that's going to stop on Summon Bryonic. Which is all of my trap cards right now. Stop on Summon Bryonic. And then... yeah, I think this is okay. I think this will function. It's just a matter of if I want Rivalry. Because I think Rivalry is good in this matchup. And I know he's going to have like hella Dust Tornadoes and shit. And if we do, it's like over one Cyber Harpie Lady. But I think the Harpies are like legit really good in this matchup too. So it's kind of hard to tell. This is one of those matchups that's hard to tell. I'm going to try the Rivalry over one Cyber Harpie Lady. This could be wrong. I think the Harpies are really good in this matchup. But I just want to make sure I have as much interaction as possible. Basically. Alright. This hand sucks. But maybe he's very back row heavy. And we can just like heavy storm and then like find an equitable position. And then play from there. He is on Welly Dad. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's Typhoon that back row. Let's get it out of here. Wind Blast goes. Okay, nice. And let's just go Bora attack. Yep, pay 8. Set bottomless in case they have Caius, and pass. This will be a hard one. Yeah, ooh, that is gross. Krebins is very good versus Blackwings. It would have definitely altered the way I sided with Mind Control and Reiko, I think. I think Mind Control definitely wants to be here, and I think we would have been a little bit more aggressive about siding in stuff like Skill Drain, maybe. Against Welly Dad specifically. Against Diva Hero Zombie, which is what I thought it was, we sided, I think, correctly, but against this deck, I think we sided incorrectly. Oh, fuck me, dude. That's really good. This deck always opens really good cards, though, so you just kind of have to be ready for anything. Siding out Brain Control versus Welly Dad is obviously, it's really bad. Like, that's just genuinely really bad. Okay, here comes Gaia the Fierce Knight. But against, like, Diva Hero Zombies, like, they're not summoning Krebins and just sitting on it like Welly Dad is. So, you know. Alright, we're going to take 26. Thumbs up. Hopefully we draw Blizzy. I think that's, like, our way back in this. Sirocco Shura, also good. We do have Heavy Storm, so we can force through a play, but we need a play to force through. Otherwise, we lose next turn, probably. Realistically. That was an insane draw. That was such a good draw. Holy shit. Yeah, we'll go Blizzy, activate, and then we'll Synchro into, I think, Goyo Guardian, and then just steal his guy. I think that's the play. Yeah. And then I'll pass. I don't want to set my Heavy Storm. He might have his Heavy Storm. That was a really lucky draw. That was, like, genuinely really, really lucky. We needed to draw that or Shura or Sirocco, I think, this turn, or else we probably lost. Icarus, maybe. But if he has his own Heavy Storm, like, I guess it's 2 for 2. It's not the weirdest thing. I'm a bit surprised he went Gaia Knight instead of Goyo. Usually you want to go Goyo versus Blackwings just because it makes it so they can't go Goyo. Okay, there's Stratos. Okay, here comes Powerwell. Okay. So this is his own Goyo, or this is Bryonic, pitch, bounce, Goyo, run over Gaia Knight, which I think is good. Especially because one of the cards he's pitching is Malicious, for sure. So it said no effect, he definitely has Malicious in hand. He's going to go Bryonic, pitch. Now we need to get lucky again. But, that being said, he's bouncing Goyo Guardian. Oh, he's going to bounce both. I don't like this play so much. It does get in damage. So there's that. And it does mean you'll get the Treeborn summon next turn. Shura. Never lucky. Alright. We'll T-set. At least he doesn't have Heavy Storm. If he brings back Treeborn Frog, then we have 2 Icarus targets, which is nice. I don't think he played around Icarus very well here by summoning the Treeborn Frog. I think the best play is to actually attack with Bionic first. Either that or activate Bionic first. Pitching something, bouncing the back row, and then bringing out Malicious over the set monster, and then Bionic directly. I think bringing back Treeborn Frog is just generally speaking here a mistake. There's Malicious, activate, summon Malicious, totally fine. Yeah, this is good. Again, probably should have been in attack position. Emergency teleport, that's okay. And then on summon, we are going to blow up both 6 stars here. So I'm going to go Icarus, target Bionic, and Malicious. That way, end phase, he's losing his Krebins, and we're only taking 12. I think he played around Icarus terribly there, though. Like that was a moment where he definitely could have definitely put us in a really bad spot. Man, he had a really good draw this game. Holy shit. That gets banished. And then we drew Royal Oppression. That does nothing. I will set it, but it doesn't do anything here. My risk of dying. No. I don't think there's any one summon that beats us now that Stratos is gone. Outside of Caius, which beats us anyway. So, here we are. I think Treeborn Frog is a good tech for this deck. But I think that, like, him using it there was wrong. Now that we have Icarus, I think it is correct to commit. Because now we can actually play around Caius, which is one of the ways we would be losing this game. And also, in this instance, he can Armageddon send Plague, or Rhoda for Armageddon send Plague, and then stack for Plague, which would beat us here. Nobleman of Crossout. This card is very bad against these decks. It should be like Brain Control or Mind Control. We'll just pass. This deck doesn't really set much, though. This is a very bad situation for us because we are lower. We only have 2 activations of Royal Oppression. And every draw for him is good. Like, every draw for him is him closer to getting Caius, him closer to getting Dark Armed, him closer to just getting the cards that he needs in order to force through the last few points of damage. Whereas, like, for me, like, Mind Control is another card he could get. For me, every draw I get is, like, it's not getting better than this, right? He's drawing towards Heavy Storm. I drew Rivalry. I am not going to commit it. No, I am going to commit it. I'm going to commit Rivalry. I'll pass. If he summons another monster, then I can Rivalry him. He only has 1 Dark, so Dark Arm is not live. He does have a target for Power Well. If he goes for Power Well, I can chain Rivalry, because that Treeborn Frog is in play. This is why, again, why you don't attack over the Treeborn Frog. You don't give them the choice to leave it in the grave or not. You leave it in play, because that way they don't have the choice. Set back row. Okay, that's bad for us, but whatever. They want to commit a monster now. No, they don't. Okay. We drew another Kalut. Well, now I can flip Kalut and attack over Treeborn, and then it can't come back. So I think I'm going to do that. If it's Mirror Force, then cool. But now the Treeborn is gone. So now he's not threatening Caius, which is good. This is a difficult decision. Not decision, but difficult game, I think. I think he messed up the last few turns, though, which is the only reason we're really in this. Allure of Darkness. Sure. Now, if he has a way to force Oppression, he can chain Return, but then we will have Rivalry on top of that. He's going to banish Gores. That can't be right. That cannot be right. That doesn't add up. That means his back row has to be Solemn or Return. Because if it's Solemn or Return, that means he can't ever use the Gores. Oh, he's going to set more back row. I want to Icarus both now that Gores is gone. Say both. If one of them does tornado, I got fucked, but cool, perfect, awesome. Oh, we drew another Icarus too. Blessed. Summon Kalute swing is not ideal, but we don't want to take damage, so we have to do it. Deal 1400, main phase 2, I'll say Icarus and pass. I don't know why he banished the Gores. That doesn't make any sense at all. With what he had. Like with Bottomless Windblast, it just doesn't make any sense. This is a worst case scenario for us. But we have to let this happen. He can send Plague and then he can crash. And play around just about everything. By doing so, if he commits another card, then we have the opportunity to Icarus. Special summon Dark Arm Dragon. No, I'm going to Royal Oppression that. That negates the summon. Think, do you have Typhoon? Chainlink 3? How do I chain here? I chain Rivalry, right? Yeah, I'll chain Rivalry. Chainlink 4. You said real? Okay, cool. So this worked out really well for us. They can't stack for Plague. He can trade the Kalute with the he can trade the Armageddon with the Kalute. Does he have Chainlink 5? Does he have Chainlink 5? Okay, cool. Nice. Awesome. Insane. Rivalry kind of carried. Set back row? You're insane. What? That's crazy. What could that mean? Does that mean Mirror Force? Yeah, it's got to be Mirror Force, right? So let's just Icarus both. Oh, set Future Fusion. Okay, it was a bluff. Interesting. Well, that was bad for me, I think. Armageddonite wins, Gruffer wins. I have to summon the Gale. Fuck. God damn it. I'm so bad. I should have summoned the Gale first. But I didn't want to play into Mirror. I didn't want to switch my Kalute, obviously. I didn't think this through. I really didn't think this through. Now I kind of fucking lose. Set back row. Okay. He's at 29. Oh, never mind. I guess I win. Let's Heavy Storm. Oh my god. What a W. I can't believe I won this game. That was really lucky. That was really, really lucky. GG's. GG's. That was crazy lucky. Oh man. We kind of had to have a lot go right for us to win that one. I don't think he played it well. And I think that it wasn't that he played like terribly by any means, but like he definitely had better lines there to play around more stuff. And then on top of that, like I think not sure. I'll send on Discord. Oh shit. He had Trap Beaters. That's pretty fire. Trap Beater's pretty good. But yeah, I think he could have played it a lot better. And I think we could have sided better, but he did a good job of concealing that he was on Welly Dad. Like, obviously the dead knock was bad. And we also got lucky on a couple of top decks where he just drew dead. Like, he actually drew, like, what? Like, I think he had some bad situations there. And then I think the Armageddon Knight not crashing with the Kalute was maybe a little bit off. There were just some things that just, like, didn't add up right that game. And I think we had to get lucky on those things. Overall, with regards to the deck, I think it's very good. I actually think Harpie's Hunting Ground and Harpie Queen are like, this is just a really good like engine, because it pumps up your whole deck, right? 2,000 Shura is huge. 2,200 Shura Sirocco is good. Even 1,900 Bora is amazing. Gets over her hamster. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, you get Dark Simorgh access, and this card's very strong. It fits nicely because Icarus Attack, Wing Beast. I think Rivalry is good. I also am liking this package here. The 2 Nox, the 1 Mind Control, and the Raikou. I think that that's a good sideboard package. I've been very happy with it. Overall, I think the deck is good. I think it's fun. I think it's a good time. Is it better than regular Blackwings? Probably. The only thing you're really missing out on is like, we are kind of missing Deck Devastation Virus. And I'm not sure if that's like something you could try to fit in, but I'm not sure where you would fit it in over. Like maybe a Starlight Road, I guess. You could fit a Deck Dev. But I don't think it's really necessary. I think you can play this deck without Deck Dev and probably be fine. Anyway, smash like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.